amazing person. I just can't say enough good about you, your questions, and your desire to seek and find answers. And for some of you, perhaps you're just looking for ways to encourage and help a friend who may be feeling a little disconnected or lonely. Man, I love your idealism. I love your natural tendency to be loyal and to naturally just help those around you. Your question this week is one that I hear a lot from students throughout the country and one that is getting a ton of attention throughout the nation. You asked, why do I feel so lonely and what can I do differently? Man, I have read articles, I've listened to podcasts and read reports about what people are calling an epidemic of loneliness, with adults and adolescents feeling alone and isolated. Well, I'm glad that you're here because you're part of the solution, my friend. And I'm going to give you some tips to help you to be part of the revolution that brings people together. I don't know if you remember COVID, you know, the global pandemic, but there were signs everywhere reminding people to socially distance, right? Making sure that we weren't too close to one another, where fortunately those days are passing. And now, instead of practicing social distancing, I want you to practice something totally different. In fact, I want you to practice social gathering. That's the revolution that I want you to begin and to join wherever you are. Are you in? My mission for you, should you choose to accept it, of course, is to not only socially gather, but also to be a hot spot where other people can gather as well. Listen to me, the greatest predictor of short and long-term happiness in your present and future life are good and positive relationships. And my hope is that instead of waiting for those to just come and land on your lap, is that you'll be wise enough, courageous enough, and willing to walk out into the world with your head up, with your heart open, and with your hands willing to receive and invite people into your circle. Man, the world needs you, for real. Don't worry about being or feeling awkward or weird. Honestly, those things just don't matter as much as you think they do. Instead, focus on planting yourself in the right place, doing the right thing with good people like you who are just looking for friendship. Listen, I know that your fears hold you back, just like they held me back when I was your age, and probably still do now. But the truth is that 90% of other teens around you are all looking for the same thing that you are. They're all looking for good people that like them, that are friendly, that are fun and understanding. Do you hear me right now? Everyone around you is looking for the same thing you are, for a friend. So don't lock yourself in a mind prison where you believe that everyone around you already has their friend group, or where you believe that no one gets you or no one ever will, or where you believe that you're just going to get hurt again, or where you just believe that it's not going to work out. Get your mind and your body and your spirit out of that prison and get out into life. Happiness, growth, cool memories, and fun times are out there, not in here. I know it's risky, I get it. But honestly, this is the most intelligent and sensible choice for you. So wherever you are this year, whatever your circumstances, whatever your history with people and relationships is, do yourself a solid favor and create an objective in your mind that says, I'm going to look for friends and work to be a better friend myself forever and ever and ever, no matter what, because it's wise and intelligent. I'm not trying to say that you can't ever have alone time or time away from people where you just read or game or study or watch a movie or just chill with your music or play an instrument or go to the gym or go for a hike or a run or write some poetry or a story or paint or draw. Man, I am not afraid to be alone, and I don't want you to be afraid either. In fact, I want you to cherish those moments as well, and the peace, fun, and creativity that those moments can create. Keep your moments of solitude, but get yourself out there and build a network, because you're going to need it. Remember that those are skills. Building a social network is a skill, and it takes time, so be patient. Being a great friend is a skill. Telling a joke or working on your people skills, those are skills. Something you can work on and get better and better at. So stop selling yourself the idea that it just isn't for you. I'm not suggesting that you become the same as others. You got to do it your own way. You got to do it with your style and in a way that's unique to you. But my friend, let's learn to connect and be a relationship master. I know that sometimes you'll be rejected or dismissed, or that your heart will break a little, or that people may gossip about you. You're gonna have to walk through that valley. That's just how it is. But you need to get back up and climb again. Okay, that was a little intense, huh? Okay, can we turn the page and talk about some quick tips to help you to deal with feelings of loneliness, and also with some quick ideas that you can put into practice right away? Okay, let's go. Number one, remember that feelings are signals. Similar to lights on a car dashboard or the notifications on your phone, your emotions are signaling you to do something. So for example, the emotion of fear is a signal to get ready or prepare or even be watchful and focus up a little bit. What do you think the feeling of loneliness is signaling you to do? Yeah, feelings of loneliness are letting you know that it's time to shift your efforts and energy to connecting with others. This can be your brother or sister or mom, dad, cousins, teachers or friends or coaches or teammates or the people sitting or walking around right next to you. Remember that relationships require time, effort, attention like a garden or any skill or hobby that you wish to get good at, so be patient. One more thing, feelings of loneliness don't mean that life sucks or that you're worthless or that no one likes you and that things will never work out or that people are horrible or that no one gets you and they never will. Your feelings simply mean, hey, it's time to do something that will help you to build and nourish connection and relationship. I hope this is making some really good and awesome sense to you. Okay, number two, stop hiding. Connected to the idea of taking action is my suggestion for you to stop hiding, to get out into the open, to get outside and to get around others. There is now a good chunk of data and research that shows that screen time is not good connecting time. In fact, there is some interesting data that connects these high levels of loneliness to people's use of their cell phone. Look, let's be real. How many times do you dive into your phone when other people are around? When you're in a situation that's a little uncomfortable, or when you're around people you don't know, or when you're walking down the halls of your school, or at an event, or when you're bored. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that cell phones can become an avoidance mechanism. They are for me, or like a little pacifier or binky for a little baby. The moment that child begins to cry, right, we stick that binky or pacifier in their mouth so that they feel a little bit better. I think that phones have become a little like that for us. I know that phones are awesome and give us so many amazing things, and I believe that. But I also see people literally enter their phones, and it's like they've slipped into some multiverse, and they're no longer there because they're elsewhere. And when you're elsewhere, how will you ever enjoy where you are and connect to the people around you? So whether you're hiding in your room or behind a book or inside the multiverse of your phone, come out of hiding, listen to your emotional signals, and connect. What do you think? Anyways, it's your life, my friend. I just want to present a reasonable argument for you to consider. Okay, 3, think simple and start small. Remember that small choices can lead to big outcomes, so start where you are, use what you have, and build from there. I'm talking about taking small steps that will help you to connect to people, places, and things where you are. Here are some ideas to help you to connect to others around you. A, do something good for somebody else. There's amazing evidence that shows that the quickest way to get you feeling better is for you to help someone or to contribute to something around you, and that's why I'm putting this as the first idea. Trust me. Plus, this is a great way for you to connect and make relationships with others. B, if you're at your house, get out of your room and go where other people are. Once again, think small, start a conversation, ask some questions, and offer to help. I actually did a podcast about how to start conversations and keep them going. Go listen to that podcast for some of those extra tips. But think small, just exit your room, go to the kitchen, the living room, go outside, go see your dog or pets or animals. Look for your siblings, for your mom, dad, uncles, brothers, grandparents. Connect there. C, if you're at school, lift up your eyes from your phone and give someone a nice, crisp high five. Man, when was the last time you gave somebody a really nice high five? Get to it. Or a hug or a bro hug. Smile at people, wave at them, give them the head nod. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you just tilt your head up, and when you pass someone, you say something totally brilliant like, hey. The key here is to get your I'm a friendly, cool, and approachable person vibe and send it out into the world. Remember that smiling is an act of courage, and it is a positive step toward connecting with others. Connect with your classmates, your teachers. Man, your teachers would love a kind and friendly comment from you. So don't be afraid to do a good thing. D, send out a text or call someone. at least open the door, right? Like, this won't always work. Sometimes people are hanging out elsewhere, or they're busy or whatever, but at least give yourself a chance to succeed by just sending out a text, a call, an email, a message, whatever you do, DM, whatever it is, right? E, if you do happen to go to social media, go there to connect, to comment, to engage with people who are around you, instead of just scrolling through that never-ending universe of other people's lives and what they're doing. This isn't my favorite option, but if you're gonna use it, then use it as an instrument to help you connect with others. In all of your interactions online, my dear, dear friends, be respectful, be kind, and for heaven's sakes, be smart. Never, ever, ever send anything that is inappropriate or that you would be embarrassed about to have other people or parents see it. No matter what, do not fall for that trap. And 4, lastly, use your alone and solitary time wisely. You're going to be alone a lot in your life. I believe that this is actually critical and important. The greatest people in history, the greatest thinkers, philosophers, artists, and people who have changed the course of this world deliberately sought out time alone, time where they could think for themselves, where they can get some clarity or even consider the direction of their lives. Remember that you are not meant to just be a reflection of other people's ideas or what they're wearing or their behavior. You are here to create and to bring your special brand to the world. So when you find yourself alone, invest in hobbies and interests that help you to bring awesomeness, beauty, creativity into the world. Don't just fill your alone time with entertainment or other people's YouTubes or stories or whatever else. I know that can sometimes be inspiring, and if it's so, go for it. But remember, life isn't just about eating popcorn. No matter how awesome and tasting popcorn is, you have to fill your life with stuff that carries substance, power, and nutrition. And I'm not just talking about physical things. Don't be afraid of your alone time. Instead, be wise and use those times in ways to help you to build your body, your mind, and your spirit. Well, what a brilliant question. I'm so glad you asked it. Thank you. I hope these ideas can help you to listen to your emotional signals with a better and more inspiring perspective that will ultimately motivate you to move forward instead of hiding out or being paralyzed by your fear. Now get out there and go connect.